Welcome. This is a quick overview of the Innovation Engineering Leadership, the 3.0 version. Our purpose is to reignite American innovation and growth. At the Leadership Institute, you'll learn, apply, and accelerate the innovation engineering system for increasing innovation speed and decreasing risk. Increasing speed up to a factor of 6 and decreasing risk by 30 to 80%. The Leadership Institute compresses a 6-week startup into just 2.5 days. Now, how do we define innovation? Well, creativity and invention is about coming up with stuff that's different. Innovation is about meaningful uniqueness, and that means customers are willing to pay more money for your offering, whether it's your product, your service, or you as an employee offering. Now, why should you care about innovation? Well, quite simply, if you're not unique, you better be cheap. If you're not meaningfully unique, you better be cheap. And innovation is far more profitable. Georgia Tech on a repeated basis has shown that those companies whose primary strategy for growth is innovation make more money. Now, but the reality is this. Companies start out innovative. They're born. They grow. They reach their peak of profitability. And then the marketplace overtakes them. And next thing you know, they go into cost-cutting mode. And if they don't do anything, they die. With innovation, we can restart profitability. In effect, restart the curve. That's what Procter & Gamble does with Tide. 61 innovations in 61 years, and they still make a premium margin even at Walmart. Apple Computer does this on a regular basis. The big picture, reigniting American innovation and growth is the mission. To the leadership, what we're working to do is to help you build a culture of never-ending innovation with increasing innovation speed and decreasing risk. To the employees or the students on universities, we teach you how to create, communicate, and commercialize innovations that are both meaningful and unique. Meaningful to the customer, meaningful to you, and unique to the world. We have a collection of tools and training. From the Cycles to Mastery teaching system to Innovation Engineering Green Belt, Black Belt, Innovation Engineering Minors, and graduate certificates. We have a lab portal called Innovation Engineering Labs that can help you accelerate, and our method for bringing it into organizations is a waved approach. We start with a small team, build success there, then another team, so to not disrupt the organization. It's waves of innovation. So with Leadership Institute, or IELI as we call it, we compress a 6-week startup into 2.5 days. It's designed ideally for teams of 4 to 8. You get, during the 2.5 days, you get about 9 hours of education, 16 hours of direct application on your business. Now, this is a huge increase. In the 2.0 version, we had only about 22%, but we heard feedback, and people said, give me more, so we've nearly tripled it. So what's in it for you? What are you going to get for attending for 2.5 days? Number one, greater confidence in your individual and company's ability to innovate. And this is not just a claim, it's backed by data. Here are the results. Participants, the first day, second, third, and before. What happens to their confidence in their ability to create, to communicate, and to commercialize? Number two, profitable growth defined in writing. You'll literally have an innovation pipeline of all of your current ideas defined. Some rough, some full, but you'll know what you've got to work with. Number three, fresh ideas for profitable growth. Yes, original ideas for growing. You'll begin in the process to transform your organization to restart that profitability curve. Now, we're not just going to do it by sitting around and brain draining, but rather we're going to empower it. We're going to use technology mining, market mining, insight mining, future mining. We're going to teach you practical step-by-step methods to do these so to empower new ideas. Number four, we'll take those ideas, and this is new in 3.0, is not just have all your old ideas and all your new ideas, but we're going to literally lay them out in a pipeline from define, discover, develop. Literally have them laid out so that you know where you are with your innovations and your improvements that are going to restart profitability. Number five, you're going to have a system for creating cultural change. So we'll go into more depth on this, but we basically benchmark you versus 200,000 other organizations to see where you are. The green arrows show the sort of transformations we can realize in just 6 months as companies improve their optimism, their courage, their success with innovation, and their respect for the organization and believe that they can make a difference. Number six, a specific action plan with a clear to-do list. So with innovation engineering, it's not just enough to have the ideas, to create them, to communicate them, but we got to commercialize them. Now, innovation can take a long time and it can be very risky. So we drive out risk by using what's called the Deming cycle, plan, do, study, act. or as we call it, fail fast, fail cheap. You're going to take those ideas, and this is again new for 3.0, you're going to put them in the Innovation Engineering Labs portal. We've got an interactive portal that provides transparent view for management and a system roadmap for teams. A roadmap that tells them how to stay focused and how to increase speed to get those ideas from ideas into profitable reality. My friends, this is a movement. This is a movement that started about 8 years ago at the University of Maine, and then it's been growing around. And a couple years ago, we started taking it out to companies. Innovation Engineering Labs, you can see the transformation that's happened as users inside the site are using this every week to help do it. Over 70,000 page views a month. The average small and mid-sized company has $869,000 worth of ideas for profitable growth inside the portal. The total value of all ideas, because we have not just small companies, but we've got multinational corporations, we've got governments, we've got universities, $4.1 billion of ideas have been defined. The customer, the problem, the promise, and the math. Now, the pedigree of the program is it is grounded in the work of Dr. W. Edwards Deming. He's a guy that 30 years ago literally changed this country as he transformed our way from going from building quantity to building quality. Dr. Deming and the Deming Library and others are a core component of this program. The Eureka Ranch has been doing this for some 26 years, has an 88% repeat rate working with the biggest of corporations. The University of Maine has translated this into undergraduate and graduate programs and expanding to schools around the country. The program is grounded in data, not opinion. It's about systems. 26,000 innovations, real team data from 6,000 large companies, 7,000 small companies. Real teaching experience. Over 50,000 students from on campus to off campus have gone through various versions of this program that have helped us make it more effective. Lastly, the MEP. The Manufacturing Extension Partnership from the National Institute of Standards and Technology has black belts around the country who are ready to help you increase speed and decrease risk with innovation. Now, my name is Doug Hall. I will teach the Institute. I'm a chemical engineer who worked in Procter & Gamble for 10 years leading the invention team where we put 9 products in the market in 12 months. Still considered a record. It wasn't that we were smarter, but it's rather we followed the process of Dr. W. Edwards Deming to make systematic change. The Eureka Ranch has been around since '86. We work with companies around the world, and the Foster Center for Student Innovation is a key partner to this. I've written quite a number of books, some of which have done quite well, and I've performed on television shows and radio shows, so I can tell you this will be a high-energy, full-voltage experience. Now, the core to everything we do is systems. As Dr. Deming taught us, 94% of failures are due to the system, 6% are due to the worker. And when we talk system, we're not just talking about creating ideas, we're talking about create, communicate, commercialize, and making them real. Because many of the problems with commercialize are because of problems with the raw material, the ideas in the front. Our core philosophy for creating meaningful, unique ideas is simple. It's about learning more, exploring stimulus, leveraging diversity, learning how to think outside the box through structured methods. And then it's about driving out fear. The create portion of the program teaches you the different stimulus minings and how to do it. The drive out fear part is about taking the unknown and making it known, because most fear comes from the fear of the unknown. We do this through communicate, where we define the idea in writing. We do it through commercialize, where we do the math, literally do the math, and run fail fast, fail cheap cycles. Now, the content is core, but the teaching system is just as important. And we have a teaching system as meaningfully unique as our curriculum. The problem throughout the world, and in particular in the U.S., is that despite spending more money on education than any other countries, we're getting rotten results. I mean, the data is clear on where we stand out, be it reading, be it science, be it math. Now, we expect our technology to change. We should expect the same from our education system. And thus, the patent-pending Plan, Do, Study Act, PDSA, cycles to mastering teaching technology. Our purpose is to enable all willing students to achieve mastery of innovation engineering skills. And we define mastery as a depth of understanding that enables students to effortlessly apply the skills to the challenges they face for the rest of their life, to have it within them. This is what we teach on campus. Our secondary purpose is to have never-ending increases in what is defined as mastery. So the philosophy is simple. Instead of using testing to identify the bell curve of students, we use a testing system that enables all students to achieve mastery. Now, there's 52 skills in the Innovation Engineering minor. In the Innovation Engineering Leadership, we're going to give you about 80% of the first three of the skills in the first three courses. We've modified it. You're going to miss the depth and the repetitions to build confidence, be it on campus, as well as some of the systematic and coaching systems that are in the Black Belt course. The way it works is this. We have a digital class where you learn. In the case of the Leadership Institute, you don't have to watch this online. The digital class is performed live for you. You take a quiz. This information, in the case there, exercises. No stress, because those feed forward to the lab class that help us adapt the lab class to make it smarter. Again, we take the feedback to an application class, to a reflection class. And lastly, an experience class. Cycles. Plan, do, study, act cycles to get everybody to mastery. The day works like this. Day 1, live digital class. But 80% of the first morning, you're going to get all the content. It's going to be more in a performance. You'll have exercises so we can get a sense as to where you're getting it and not getting it in your challenges. Then in the afternoon, we'll start applying it to your business. And again, taking what we learned in the morning, sort of reinforce components in the afternoon so to make sure you get it. In the evening, you'll have an application class. During the application class, you'll go through a playlist and you'll get help where you'll take it even further as you start to apply it. The lab and the application class, you'll get coaching from Innovation Engineering Black Belts, from both the Eureka Ranch as well as from the NIST MEP local centers and other centers. Day 2, same pattern, only we're going deeper into the curriculum now. Day 3, application, this is when we're going to take the ideas and make them real. We're going to take the ideas and we're going to load them into the labs portal, and we're going to give you an absolute step-by-step methodical, here's what you're going to do out of this. This is not something that you just do and forget. This is about making it real. We end the program with a 3-dimensional experience. Your team, in about an hour, will literally manufacture a product. We'll R&D and develop it. You'll produce it. You'll do the cost. You'll do the marketing. You'll put the whole thing, a complete 360 experience, so that you're ready. You're ready to take action coming out of it. Now, with Cycles to Mastery, it's about learning, not a grade. It's about learning, not stress. The program is most effective with teams of 4 to 8. You can come as an individual. People do it, and we'll put you in a group. But you're going to get more out of it if you do it with a team of 4 to 8. Now, throughout this program, it's about clarity, discipline, and structure. And core to this is the one piece, which is an innovation card, where we define in a simple outline format what the idea is so that everybody can know what's going on. We define the clear news. Who is the customer? What is the customer problem, and what are we going to promise them? We take them through what is our product, or in the case of a job shop, you don't sell products, you sell services. So what is the job shop services that we're going to offer? What is the proof we can do it? What is the price? What are the death threats? Because we're going to be doing something that is new, that we've not done before. So what are the things that can be barriers, and what can we do about them? What is the raw math? Why are we passionate about it? And what's the strategic and state? And what stage is this in? We're going to define raw ideas. We'll get it in rough, and then we're going to think deeper about the ideas to take them bigger. Each night, we'll deal them into 3 piles. Innovations, high uncertainties, high upside. Improvements, low uncertainties, low to mid upsides, but the things that we need. And then inspirations, where we have more unknown. Now, these improvements, this is important because we must have never-ending improvement. These things help get us there. And these are what we call improvements. But we also need to set new trajectories. It's not enough to just make small changes. We've got to change our profitability curve, and that's where the innovations are. So there it is, my friends. Innovation Engineering Leadership 3.0, Reigniting American Innovation and Growth, where you learn, apply, and accelerate the innovation engineering system for increasing innovation speed and decreasing risk. It compresses a 6-week startup into just 2.5 days.